Alright, so you're looking for a Wi-Fi 6 router that can finally fix that dead zone in your bedroom, or stop your video calls from dropping. The Amazon Eero 6 promises whole home coverage for up to 1,500 square feet, speeds up to 900 Mbps, and support for over 75 devices. But here's what surprised me. After testing it for weeks, I found some significant problems that made me rethink if this is the right mesh system for everyone. Therefore, before you click buy, you need to hear this honest review. For the best price, click the link in the description. Now, the Eero 6 is marketed as a simple, powerful solution. It has a 4.5-star rating on Amazon and costs around $90, which seems like a fantastic deal for Wi-Fi 6. The setup is famously easy, guided by an app, and it even has a built-in Zigbee smart home hub to connect compatible devices with Alexa. But is that polished exterior hiding some connectivity quirks? Let's get into the deep dive. First, the promise: whole home Wi-Fi 6 coverage. The specs say it covers a 1500 SQ FT area with a 22-foot radius. That's like covering a decent-sized apartment or a small house. True Mesh technology is supposed to intelligently route traffic to reduce drop-offs. Therefore, you should be able to stream 4K video, game, and video conference without a hitch. But in my testing, the coverage map wasn't as consistent as I hoped. In a standard 2-story home layout, the signal strength dropped noticeably at the far corners, especially through multiple walls. It's like the router promised to be a marathon runner, but got tired after the first mile. The speed claims are up to 900 Mbps. That's fast, but remember, that's a theoretical maximum under perfect conditions. In real-world use, with multiple devices connected, I rarely saw speeds even close to that on devices farther from the main unit. It felt more like a polite jog than a sprint. And speaking of devices, the claim of supporting 75-plus connected devices is impressive. But here's a twist. It supports them, but it doesn't always manage them gracefully under heavy load. During a simultaneous 4K stream, a video call, and some online gaming, I noticed latency spikes on the gaming connection. True Mesh was routing traffic, but it seemed to prioritize some data flows over others, which could be a problem for serious gamers. It's like having a traffic cop who sometimes lets too many cars through one intersection while another street gets backed up. Now, the setup is indeed a highlight. The Eero app walks you through it in minutes, and managing your network from anywhere is convenient. But the simplicity comes with a trade-off: limited advanced controls. If you're a power user who likes to tweak channel widths, set specific QoS rules, or dig into detailed logs, you'll find the Eero ecosystem a bit restrictive. It's designed for the person who wants things to just work, not for the person who wants to know exactly how they work. That's a significant, but for some users. Another feature is the built-in Zigbee Smart Home Hub. This means you can connect compatible smart devices directly without needing separate hubs for each brand. It's a nice integration, especially if you use Alexa, but its utility depends entirely on your smart home ecosystem. If you use mostly Wi-Fi-based devices or products from brands that use other protocols like Z-Wave, this hub sits there like an unused kitchen gadget you bought on a whim. It's a bonus, but not a universal one. Then there's the promise that it gets better over time with automatic updates. This is great for security and getting new features. However, automatic also means you don't control the update schedule. An update could potentially happen during an important work session or streaming event, though I didn't experience any disruptive updates during testing. Still, it's a small point of caution. Let's talk about expanding the system. The Eero 6 is cross-compatible with other Eero hardware, so you can add nodes if your needs change. But to truly cover a larger home effectively, you'll likely need to buy more units, moving this from a $90 solution to a more expensive multi-unit mesh network. The single unit's coverage claim felt optimistic for anything beyond a very open floor plan, So after all this, what's the resolution? Is the Eero 6 a bad product? Absolutely not. For its target audience, it's a very good product. Therefore, let's clarify who should buy it and who might want to look elsewhere. If you live in a compact space, like an apartment or small home under 1200 SQ/ft, with a relatively open layout, the Eero 6 could be a perfect fit. Its easy setup, clean design, and reliable performance for basic streaming and browsing are solid. The app management is excellent for the average user, and the Wi-Fi 6 support will future-proof your network for new devices. It's like having a reliable, easy-to-use car for city commuting. If you're a tech novice who wants better Wi-Fi without becoming a network administrator, this router gets the job done with minimal fuss. The positive reviews on Amazon highlight this simplicity and reliability for many users. But if you have a larger, multi-story home with lots of walls, or if you have a household with several heavy concurrent users, gamers, large file transfers, multiple 4K streams, you might find the limits of the single unit too quickly. In that case, starting with a 2-pack or considering a system with more advanced controls might be a better long-term investment. It's about matching the tool to the job. The problems I mentioned aren't fatal flaws, they are considerations. The coverage isn't magical, the speed claims are ideal world, and the management is simple but basic. Knowing these things allows you to make an informed decision. Therefore, my final take is this. The Amazon Eero 6 is a good, value-oriented entry into Wi-Fi 6 mesh networking for the right user. It solves the basic problems of dead spots and buffering for many people, and its smart home integration is a nice touch for Alexa users. Just be realistic about your space and needs. For the vast majority looking for an upgrade from an old, single router, this will be a noticeable improvement. So, if you've been dealing with spotty Wi-Fi and want a straightforward solution, the Eero 6 is definitely worth considering. Click the link in the description for the best current price on Amazon.